Welcome to another journey with me. I am Mark, and today's session will explore the art of finding balance in our lives. We'll delve into the essence of harmony, how to navigate the delicate dance between giving and receiving, action and rest, the external world and our inner selves. As we set out on this path, let's reflect on the areas of our lives where balance feels within reach and those where it feels elusive. Today's journey is about discovering equilibrium, not just as a concept, but as a lived experience. Balance is not a one-size-fits-all. It's deeply personal and ever-evolving. It can mean finding the right blend between work and leisure, fostering relationships while preserving self-time, or balancing physical health with mental and emotional well-being. Take a moment and consider what balance looks like for you. Is it more time spent in nature, less time tethered to digital devices, or perhaps a more equitable distribution of your energy among your passions? In our quest for balance, we often encounter a landscape filled with obstacles that test our resolve, patience, and flexibility. These challenges are as varied as they are personal, yet they share common themes that resonate with many of us. One of the most significant challenges in finding balance is the sheer volume of demands vying for our attention. In a world that celebrates busyness as a badge of honor, it's easy to fall into the trap of equating being busy with being important or successful. This can lead us to overcommit, stretching ourselves too thin across work, family, personal interests, and social obligations. The result is a life that feels out of sync, where the joy of engagement is replaced by the exhaustion of obligation. Ironically, in our efforts to achieve balance, we may struggle with feelings of guilt for prioritizing self-care. There's a pervasive notion that taking time for ourselves is somehow selfish, especially when others depend on us. This guilt can be a formidable barrier, preventing us from setting necessary boundaries and dedicating time to recharge. Yet, without replenishing our own reserves, we risk burnout, resentment, and a deepening imbalance. Closely tied to the guilt of self-care is the difficulty many of us face in saying no. Whether it's a request from a colleague, an invitation from a friend, or an opportunity that aligns with our goals, the fear of missing out or disappointing others can compel us to say yes when we should say no. Learning to decline gracefully, without over-explaining or feeling compelled to offer a justification, is a critical skill in maintaining balance. In our pursuit of balance, we may also grapple with the illusion of perfection, the false belief that it's possible to have it all the time. This pursuit can lead us to chase unrealistic standards, setting ourselves up for frustration and feelings of inadequacy. Recognizing that balance is not about perfection, but about making informed choices that reflect our current priorities and values is essential. Life's inherent unpredictability can throw our carefully constructed balance into disarray. Unexpected events, a health scare, a family emergency, a sudden job change, can swiftly overturn our routines and plans. Adapting to these changes requires resilience, flexibility, and the understanding that balance is not a static state, but a fluid, ongoing process. In facing these challenges, it's important to remember that balance is deeply personal and ever-evolving. What works for one person may not work for another, and what works for us now may need adjustment in the future. The key is to approach balance as a journey, one that requires self-awareness, compassion, and the courage to make choices that align with our deepest needs and aspirations. By acknowledging and navigating these challenges, we can move closer to a life of harmony and fulfillment. Let me share a story from a time when my life felt anything but balanced. It was a period when the scales tipped heavily towards work, leaving little room for anything else. My days were a blur of meetings, emails, and deadlines. While I prided myself on my productivity, I couldn't shake the feeling of being perpetually drained, as if I was running on a treadmill that was set just a bit too fast. One evening, after another long day, I found myself sitting on my porch, staring into the backyard. The sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It was beautiful, and yet I realized I couldn't remember the last time I truly stopped to appreciate a sunset. My life had become a series of tasks to check off, leaving little space for moments of stillness and appreciation. That night, I made a decision. I would start small, dedicating just 10 minutes each day to doing something that wasn't work-related. Whether it was playing the guitar, which had been gathering dust in the corner of my living room, or simply sitting outside and letting my mind wander, these moments were mine to reclaim. The change didn't happen overnight. There were days when slipping back into old patterns was all too easy. But gradually, those 10 minutes grew longer and the activities diversified. I started flying again, a passion I had put on hold, rediscovering the joy and freedom it brought me. I spent more time with my children, engaging in meaningful conversations that went beyond the superficial. I even rediscovered my love for cooking, experimenting with recipes, and savoring the process as much as the outcome. This journey taught me a valuable lesson about balance. It's not about dividing your time equally among all aspects of your life. Rather, it's about making space for the things that rejuvenate your spirit and bring you joy. It's about the quality of time, not just the quantity. And most importantly, it's about being present in those moments, fully embracing them for the gifts that they are. Finding balance didn't mean I worked any less hard. Instead, it allowed me to work smarter, with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. It taught me that balance is not a destination, but a continuous, conscious choice. And in making that choice, I found not just balance, but a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness in my life. This story, like many others, is a testament to the power of pausing, reflecting, and making intentional changes. It's a reminder that balance is within reach, if only we're willing to take the first step towards it. Let's now dive into practical strategies that can guide us to a more balanced life. The key to this dance is not perfection, but harmony, and here's how we can achieve it. First, let's talk about setting boundaries. In a world that constantly demands our attention, learning to say no is a powerful tool. It's about respecting your limits and ensuring you don't stretch yourself too thin. Remember, every no to something that doesn't serve you is a yes to something that does. Prioritizing self-care is another essential strategy. Whether it's a quiet run or walk, a favorite hobby, or simply taking a moment to breathe, self-care is the foundation upon which balance is built. It's not selfish, it's necessary. By taking care of ourselves, we ensure we have the energy and health to give our best to the world. Practicing mindfulness brings us into the present moment, helping us to recognize when the scales of balance are tipping. It's about being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, and using that awareness to guide our actions. Mindfulness can be as simple as a 5-minute visualization or as deep as a full yoga practice. As we continue our exploration, let's highlight the importance of flexibility in our quest for balance. Life, as we know, is full of surprises. Our needs, priorities, and circumstances can change in the blink of an eye, and our ability to adapt is crucial. Flexibility means being open to change, willing to adjust our plans, and being okay with recalibrating our goals. It's about embracing the unpredictable nature of life and finding ways to maintain our balance amidst the chaos. Consider the analogy of a tree in a storm. The trees that survive aren't the ones that are rigid and unyielding. They're the ones that bend and sway with the wind. Similarly, adopting a flexible mindset allows us to weather life's storms without breaking. This doesn't mean we let go of our goals or stop striving for balance. Instead, it means we recognize the path to balance isn't linear. It's a winding road, full of detours and unexpected stops. And that's okay. Each twist and turn is an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust our course as needed. Cultivating balance in our lives is a dynamic process. It requires setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, practicing mindfulness, and being self-aware. And through it all, flexibility is our greatest ally. By embracing the dance of balance with open hearts and adaptable minds, we can navigate the complexities of life with grace and resilience. Let's keep in mind that balance is an ever-changing rhythm, not a fixed point. It involves welcoming life's ups and downs, discovering delight in the transitions, and uncovering moments of peace within the turmoil. Embrace this dance in your life, letting it guide you to adjust and find your rhythm. If today's journey resonated with you, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement fuels our continued exploration into these meaningful topics. Balance is a personal voyage of growth and self-discovery. Continue to dance through life's challenges and changes, comforted by the knowledge that you're not embarking on this quest for equilibrium alone. Thank you for being part of today's session. Until we meet again, may you move through life's dance with grace and ease. Wishing you a wonderful night and take care.